Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Heather, and today we're going to be talking more about books, as you can probably tell by the title. Today's video is going to be all of the books I would like to read by the end of the year. I'm not sure when this is going up, but it should be by December 1st, so this is also my December TBR, basically. I feel like I've had a weird reading year in total. I started off really strong, and I don't know, somewhere in the middle I got a little all over the place as usual. These are 10 books that I would love to read before 2022 is over. Okay, so they're not really in a particular order. We're gonna start off with this first one, which is Untamed by Glennon Doyle. So this book, my sister highly recommends. She has been trying to get my mom and I to read it for like, I don't even know when she read it, maybe like a year ago, so this whole year. I keep saying I'm gonna read it, and I just never got around to it. It's one that I wanna read, and so I was like, why not have it be done this year? I should probably mention that some of these I wanna read because they've been on my TBR for a while, or like my list of books to read, and others I just feel like it would be good to start the new year having these books in the back of my mind, if that makes sense. Untamed is one of them. So Untamed is a memoir, and it's all about women empowerment. This is all like what I've been told, or what's on the back or anything like that, because obviously I haven't read any of these yet. But it's about like finding yourself and not being afraid to be the best version of you, I guess. I don't, like I said, haven't read it. It also says Untamed will liberate women emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And yeah, so, oh my god, I have this bookmark in here I didn't even know. Let's go, cat. We love that. Yeah, so Untamed. Next up is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Ottessa Moshfegh. And this is what it looks like. Okay, I have to be honest, pretty sure I was first attracted to this book because of the cover. I just think it's so cute. This is the same author as, she's written a bunch of other books. One of them is Eileen. I think the new one is Lapvona with like the sheep on the cover. From what I remember from other people talking about this book is that it's about this woman who's like in her mid-20s, or like around my age, I guess. She is having a hard time, and so she decides that she's going to take a year off from life, and to do that she's going to self-medicate and just sleep away her year. And I think somewhere it says something about the worst psychiatrist in literature or something, because he keeps giving her medication to continue this goal of hers, I guess you could say. Yeah, I think that this book has gotten some mixed reviews, but I feel like it'll be very entertaining, if not anything else. It also takes place in New York in the year 2000, and I love books that take place in New York. I'm nervous because I feel like I know how the book's gonna end, but I'm like curious to see how that's incorporated, if you know what I mean, if you think about the timeline. So that's that one. Next is Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory by Raphael Bob Waxberg. And another one, look how cute this cover is. It's like pink matte with this egg. So cute. And the egg is like kind of cracked, like you're just cracking the surface. This book is written by the author of BoJack Horseman. Maybe I've watched like one episode of that. It's a show, right? Clearly you see how familiar I am with it. This is a series of stories about love, and you know I love and books about love. And I love the title. I thought that it would be a really fun, enlightening read, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what the stories are about. I also think it's supposed to be kind of funny in like a dark way. And I noticed this morning. The like praise on the back is kind of funny. There's some like regular ones from newspaper articles or whatever, but then the last two are from the author's grandmother. It says, "These stories keep us engaged and on our toes. With love, your Nana." How adorable is that? Like, I want my grandma to make a statement on the book that I eventually write. Grandma or grandpa, anyone? Just kidding, I'm not writing a book. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, the next one is shifting gears a little bit. This one is The Idea of You by Robin Lee. Not a fan of this cover. I mean, it's like, it's a little outdated, I feel. Oh my God, I just realized I'm blind, I guess. In the sunglasses, there's like a person's feet and a guitar. I think it's a guy and a guitar. On the cover, it says, "What if your teenager's fantasy was your reality?" Now, the reason I picked up this book is because of Harry Styles. What was that? It's because of Harry. I don't remember where I saw it. It might have been someone else's recommendation video or like on Goodreads or something, but it was a list of books that have like one of us is famous trope. And somebody said that this book, like if you are a fan of Harry Styles, like this book might remind you of like him, I guess. I don't know. So I don't know how accurate that is, but I have to find out for myself. Honestly, I really didn't know what the book was about at all. I've just heard that like comment on it. And so I was reading the back before I started this video, and I'm a little concerned about whether or not I'm gonna like it, just because, I mean, it might be really good. I don't know. So on the back, it tells you the description, as most books do. But there's a woman who is 39 years old. She has a daughter. I don't know how old the daughter is, but I have no idea. But she has a daughter, and her daughter wants to meet her favorite boy band. So the mom takes her daughter to meet the boy band. You know, like it's so easy. The last thing the mom expects, so for what the book says, is that there's some connection between her and one of the band members. And the problem, or not the problem, well, kind of the problem, is that the band member, I think, first of all, his name is August Moon. August Moon. Interesting. I don't know why that's interesting, but I just thought that was kind of a funny name. Anyway, he is 20 years old. She is 39, which is a 19-year age gap. I don't know if I've ever read an age gap romance, but I feel like it's usually the other way around, like the guy is older. I'm intrigued. Oh, it's also supposed to be a major motion picture, which I had no idea about. Do I know anything? I don't know. Next up, we have a book that if you're on BookTube or Bookstagram or BookTok, you know, social media, you've probably seen this one already. But if not, I'm gonna try to explain it to you anyway. This is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. Now that I have the physical copy, I'm very confused by the cover. I think it's cool. It's very like, it's giving me like Peter Pan, Neverland vibes, but also London, and like there's like a crest, a deer, a wolf. Is that a hat? I don't know. I don't know why I'm describing the cover to you. You can see it for yourself. This book is super popular right now on the internet. And to be honest, I have no idea what it's about. I know it's like this toxic relationship between someone named Magnolia and someone named BJ, and that's all I know. Yeah. And then I tried to like read the back to get more information to share with you guys, but the back doesn't have anything on it. So, but it does have some cute pics. Yeah. It says, "How many loves do you get in a lifetime?" So yeah, I heard this is super entertaining. The only other thing I know is that there are 3 books in the Magnolia Parks universe, and right now this is, not right now, this is the first one. Magnolia Parks, okay. I hope I'm getting some information across here, because it feels like I'm just spewing some words. Up next, we have Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. This is the 4th book in the Twisted series, and I never really explained why I wanted to read any of these other ones, but yeah, I want to read them, and I feel like I want to read them now, you know? First of all, I read the first 3 books of the Twisted series back to back. I think it was in January or February of this year. And so I was highly anticipating the 4th and final book of the series. I picked it up pretty soon after it was published. But I haven't gotten around to reading it yet, but I do want to read it this year so that I like got the whole series done in this year. The problem is she a thick book, but I also know that I have this on Kindle Unlimited, and usually if I have a book on my Kindle, I tend to go through it a little bit faster. But let's see how many pages there are. 553. That's a lot of pages. I think it's dual point of view. It's about Stella and Christian. The Twisted series surrounds a group of people, and Stella is one of them. Oh yeah, she's like super famous on social media. That's what it is. She has like a social media like influencer job. And yes, now I remember something. So then her and one of the other girls move into this apartment, and the landlord, I think, or the owner of the building is Christian, and I think that's who he is. Me trying to explain a book that I haven't read yet. And he's like obsessed with her. He's very protective, but then there's some kind of lie. There's some kind of lie. It's gonna threaten their relationship. Twisted Lies. Another one that I hope to read this year is Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. And this is what it looks like. Are those bees? Yeah. There's bees on the cover. Don't show my sister Kayla, she hates bees. The author of this book, Olivia Blake, is the same author of The Atlas 6. And that's a book that's been on my TBR for so long. I don't think I have it. No, I don't have it, but I've been wanting to read that one for a while. And then The Atlas Paradox just came out a few weeks or months ago. That's also by her. And those are like highly rated. They're supposed to be really good, but this one is a little bit different. This one is a love story. On the back it says, Alone with You in the Ether is a contemporary love story like no other, exploring the nature of love, what it means to be unwell, and how to face the fractures of ourselves and still love as if we're not broken. And I don't know, just like the way that sounds, I feel like I'm gonna like the way it's written, and like, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna like this one. This one's about 2 people who are dealing with a lot in terms of their mental health, and then they connect and try to see what happens when they come together. My Body by Emily Ratajkowski. This book I've been wanting to read all year. I don't know, usually it says it on the inside. I think I got this as an add-on on Book of the Month. Oh yeah, it doesn't even have, doesn't have the date. It just says essays on the hardcover. Emily Ratajkowski is a model, in case you don't, if you've never heard of her before. She's a model, and I think she's also done some acting. In the modeling industry, she's kind of been objectified, and there's a lot that comes along with being in the public eye. I know people are always like, well, they chose it. Yeah, but like, there's all this hate. I'm not gonna go off on a tangent, but in these essays, she discusses what it's like to be in the public eye and how society kind of like makes a commodity out of women and their image. This is her first book, and it got a lot of praise. A lot of people really enjoyed it, and I feel like I would enjoy it as well, so I want to read it. There's not really a particular reason why I want to read it by the end of this year, just that it's been on my shelf for a while, and I'm gonna start getting through my Book of the Month books because I feel like I have so many that I haven't read yet. Almost at the end, guys. Next up is Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. Okay, for those of you who've never heard of Sally Rooney, she is a Irish author. She wrote Normal People. She also wrote Conversations with Friends, both of which are on I think Normal People is a show and Conversations with Friends is a movie. I don't know, I haven't watched that one yet, but I really should because I really loved Conversations with Friends. Actually, I think I rated it 5 stars and I think I rated Normal People 4 stars, but I want to read it again because I feel like I didn't appreciate it as much as I would now because I love the show. The show, like, I cried. Anyway, I am a Sally Rooney fan, and so I'm trying to read all of her books, and this is one that I also got from Book of the Month a couple months back, and I want to read it. So there's 4 friends living in Dublin, and they talk about like breakups and love, sex, friendships. Will they find a way to believe in a beautiful world? Will they? Sally Rooney. That's what we're gonna read by the end of the year. And finally, the last book that I have on my December TBR slash end of the year TBR slash books that I need to read is the one and only Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Does this need explanation? I don't know, but I'm gonna explain it anyway. Taylor Jenkins Reid is probably one of my favorite authors. The first book I read from her was 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo back in January. That was kind of what sparked my renewed love for reading. That was a 5-star read, and it's a book that I think about to this day. I've gotten people in my family to read it and they think about it all the time, and it's just one that I highly recommend. Then there's Malibu Rising, Daisy Jones and the Six, all books that I highly recommend. And so this is her newest release and I haven't read it yet. And I don't know why I haven't read it yet because I love all her other books. I don't know what I'm worried about. Maybe I just don't want it to be over. So I've been putting it off. But essentially this one is about Carrie Soto, who is a tennis player, and she's retired, but something happens and she decides she's gonna come back for like 1 more season or something like that. And that's all I know. Carrie Soto is mentioned in one of Taylor Jenkins Reid's other books. I can't remember which one. I want to say it was Malibu Rising, but that could be wrong. Guys, ready? But I have nails, so let's see. Let's see if this works. It's hard to do this when you have nails, but I'm gonna try to do it. Why is this such a struggle? Ah, there we go. Ready? Listen carefully. Let me just get all the books together. I got it. I don't got it. And there's not that many. There's 10, okay? Oh, I was saying this in the beginning, but I think in January I read 11 books, which was pretty ambitious for me who hadn't read in like 6 months. I'm hoping to finish the year off strong by reading these 10. If I don't, then we'll read them next year, but hopefully I do. So I don't know if they'll all fit in the frame. Oh, there we go. We got them all. Anyway, these are the 10 books that I'm hoping to read by the end of the year of 2022. Like I said, if I don't get through them all, 2023, we'll see them. I will definitely update everyone at the end of the month to let you know my thoughts. This is not necessarily the order that I'm gonna read them in, but if you think that I need to read one before like a different one, or one that you highly recommend, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Or if you read one of these, what are your thoughts? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know. If you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm hoping to have a bunch more videos up ASAP. That's my goal for 2023, to get back on my game. I really want to post more videos about books on this channel. So if you have any ideas of things you'd like to see coming up, you can leave that in the comments below. All of my social medias and everything is in the description. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.